Pope Leo XIV, born Robert Francis Prevost, is the 267th Pope of the Roman Catholic Church, elected in May 2025 following the death of Pope Francis. An American by birth and a devoted Augustinian missionary by vocation, Pope Leo XIV brings a lifetime of pastoral service, theological insight and international leadership to the papacy. He was born on September 14, 1955 in Chicago, Illinois, United States, to a Catholic family of strong faith. After discerning a religious vocation, he entered the Order of St. Augustine and made his solemn profession in 1981. He was ordained a priest on June 19, 1982. Father Prevost earned advanced degrees in theology and canon law in Rome and spent years as a missionary in Peru, where he served not only as a pastor but also as a leader in the Augustinian province. Known for his dedication to the poor and his ability to unite diverse communities, he was appointed Bishop of Chiclayo, Peru in 2015. In 2023, Pope Francis appointed him prefect of the Dicastery for Bishops, one of the most influential roles in the Vatican, overseeing the global appointment of bishops, a position that placed him at the very heart of the Church's leadership. Robert Francis Prevost was created a cardinal in September 2023, and less than 2 years later, he was called from among his brother cardinals to take the chair of St. Peter. In choosing the name Leo XIV, he signals continuity with Pope Leo XIII, the 19th-century pope known for championing Catholic social teaching and the dignity of workers. Like Leo XIII, Pope Leo XIV is expected to engage thoughtfully with modern society, uphold justice and mercy, and guide the Church through turbulent times with wisdom and courage. Before the name Leo XIV was spoken from the balcony of St. Peter's Basilica, the world held its breath. Following the death of Pope Francis, the cardinals of the Church entered into solemn conclave. 133 cardinal electors, from every continent, gathered beneath the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel. On the second day during the second ballot, the white smoke finally rose. Bells pealed joyfully across Rome. Crowds surged into St. Peter's Square. Flags waved from every nation. Millions watched from homes, parishes and town squares around the globe. Yet, as the minutes passed, then a full hour, anxiety mingled with celebration. The red curtain stayed closed. And then the words rang out, Habemus Papam. Robert Francis Prevost was born on September 14, 1955, at Mercy Hospital in the Bronzeville neighborhood of Chicago, Illinois, to Mildred Prevost, who graduated from DePaul University with a bachelor's degree in library science in 1947, and Louis Marius Prevost, a United States Navy veteran of World War II and superintendent of Brookwood School District 167 in Glenwood, Illinois. His father was of Italian and French descent. His mother was the daughter of Louisiana Creole parents of African, French, and Spanish descent. Raised in Dalton, Illinois, a suburb bordering Chicago's far south side, Prevost grew up in St. Mary of the Assumption Parish where he went to school, sang in the choir, and served as an altar boy. He completed secondary education at St. Augustine Seminary High School, a minor seminary at the Felt Mansion in Holland, Michigan, in 1973. Prevost earned a Bachelor of Science in Mathematics from Villanova University, founded by the Augustinians in 1977. He obtained a Master of Divinity from Catholic Theological Union in Chicago in 1982, and a Licentiate of Canon Law, 1984, and a Doctor of Canon Law, 1987, from the Pontifical University of St. Thomas Aquinas in Rome. His doctoral thesis was titled, The Role of the Local Prior in the Order of St. Augustine. Villanova University conferred an honorary Doctor of Humanities degree upon him in 2014. Pope Leo XIV delivered a significant inaugural address from the Vatican balcony, emphasizing themes of peace, unity, and inclusivity. He highlighted the Church's mission to be a bridge of dialogue and charity, particularly for those in need. Drawing inspiration from Pope Francis, he called for a just and peaceful world, expressing a desire to serve humbly alongside the faithful. He also addressed the Church of Rome directly, urging efforts toward inclusivity and openness, and greeted his former diocese in Chiclayo, Peru in Spanish. His message culminated in a communal prayer to the Virgin Mary for guidance and intercession in the Church's mission. Additionally, Pope Leo XIV celebrated his first Mass as pontiff in the Sistine Chapel with the cardinals who elected him. This Mass, held under Michelangelo's The Last Judgment, marked the beginning of his papal ministry and was a continuation of his commitment to the Church's mission. As the new pope disappeared behind the curtains of the Apostolic Palace, the echoes of joy lingered long into the Roman night. Pilgrims wept. Church bells rang across continents. From cathedrals in Europe to humble chapels in Latin America, the faithful gathered in spontaneous vigils, lighting candles and offering prayers for the man who now bore the weight of the keys of Peter. News agencies flooded with headlines: "The American from Peru is Pope Leo XIV, a pastor pope, a quiet shepherd for a noisy world." In Chiclayo, Peru, his adopted home, the streets erupted in celebration. Parishioners remembered how Fray Robert had once walked among them, sat in their homes, baptized their children and defended the voiceless. Now he sat on the chair of Peter. In his native Chicago, stunned awe gave way to cheers in parishes and Augustinian communities. He had left as a missionary priest, he returned as pope. The next morning the world watched again as Pope Leo XIV celebrated his first Mass as pontiff, not in the grand setting of St. Peter's Basilica, but in the Sistine Chapel, among the very cardinals who elected him. Beneath Michelangelo's towering Last Judgment, the message was unmistakable. This ministry begins under the gaze of divine justice and mercy. He wore simple vestments. His homily was brief, filled with scripture and without flourish. "The one who governs must be the one who serves," he reminded them, echoing Christ washing the feet of his disciples. There was no delay in signaling what kind of pontificate this would be. He asked that instead of a coronation, the papal inauguration be focused on prayer and charity. A papal lunch was cancelled, and its resources redirected to Rome's homeless shelters. He met quietly with staff at the Domus Sancti Marthi, thanking the cooks, the janitors and security guards. "You are the ones who serve without being seen. I'm like you now." A message rippled through the Vatican: this pope is not coming to reign, he is coming to walk.